I am back. We started the other day talking about resilience, and so I want to kind of continue on resilience. I wrote a book a few years ago, talked about the matters of the heart, and I kind of want to pull a little bit of certain excerpts from the book because I think it'd be really fitting for what we're talking about in the form of resilience and having resilience. And so I wrote that sometimes we hold stuff against ourselves. We do. And that keeps us from being resilient many times because many times we are our worst self enemy, right? So we blame ourselves for not making the right decisions or choosing the wrong path. But it's time to choose the path to freedom. Yes, today, today. Today is the day for you to choose the path to freedom. And so, in order to do that, you have to have resilience and you have to be able to get back up, in which we just talked about a couple of days ago, right? So, you have to give yourself permission to hold space in your heart for the dream and to dream bigger and believe beyond where you are now, right? Remember, we talked about kind of life happenings, and life happenings many times will cause you also to not want to dream again as well because you're just kind of like burnout, you're kind of like tired. So oftentimes you are fighting against yourself. You really are. Some have held their pain so close to their heart that it is hidden their purpose. It has hidden their purpose. All the pain has hidden their purpose. And so unconsciously, we tend to carry illusions in our hearts about ourselves that can block our confidence. This, in turn, can short circuit our relationships and even our health. So, untangling from illusions of the past can give you a different perspective and help you see the water in which you're swimming in. So, some of us are swimming in polluted water. Polluted water. We're swimming in polluted water because we have allowed our hearts to be defiled by ourselves. Remember, we talked about that the other day, many times how we do. But the good news is we do not have to stay in the polluted water. So, and the good news is that we can actually untangle ourselves from a hardened heart that we have toward ourselves and unleash our hidden confidence. So, what I'm saying, you have some hidden confidence that you did not even know that you have. You got some hidden confidence that is laying dormant. In other words, it's there, but you're not using it and you're not seeing it. Why? Because you refuse to get back up. And sometimes we refuse to make a hard adjustment as well. And we just do not decide to fight, right? We just choose not to fight. We just choose to lay down and just let life cover us up with all its junk, its dirt, its lies, and all of that. So another thing too that I want to talk about just for a few moments too, we're talking about resilience, right? But sometimes we harbor unresolved feelings, especially about ourselves. We literally turn them inward upon ourselves, where many times they cause various illnesses in our body and so forth. The respiratory system is affected, digestive system is affected. Our whole system is affected. Why? Because we internalize things and we actually turn on ourselves. So sometimes to get your life back, you have to face the death of what you thought your life would look like. Now that's a whole lot right there. That statement I just said right there, I'm going to say it again. Sometimes to get your life back, you have to face the death of what you thought your life would look like. In other words, I thought that I would have finished college by now. I thought that I would have gotten the job of my dreams. I thought I would have, had this perfect person in my life, this man in my life. I just thought by now my car would have been paid off. I just thought that I would have just had it together. I thought by now that I would be able to forgive him or forgive her. But it's our choice whether we stay stuck in our hurt or get renewed in our minds, right? Right? It's our choice. And the thing is, I heard someone say years ago, it was actually on the radio, and she said that you cannot have the want to for anybody else. I think I've heard that about 10 or 15 years ago. You cannot have the want to for anybody else. You only can have the want to for yourself. Even though you may want someone else to succeed, you may want someone else to move on, but you cannot have the want to for them. They have to have the want to for themselves. So courage, to bounce back and to be resilient, you got to have courage. And courage is critical really for every one of us. How many times a day we are afraid or fearful of making a decision, of making a phone call, or getting on the scale, or checking our blood pressure, or reading the book, or whatever it is, whatever your life looked like throughout the day. Each one of us have an opportunity throughout the day where we are feeling totally fearful of doing something because it is so many times out of our comfort zone. We just don't want to do it. We're just afraid to. We don't have the courage to do anything different. So many people have beautiful, life-transforming dreams and ideas that they have been unable to realize due to a lack of courage. Courage is essential in believing in yourself. Courage gives you the confidence to declare the ability of what's on your heart, to enjoy all the promises that you believe are yours. It is courage that enables you to act on what you believe. The good thing you believe, not the bad thing you believe, but the good thing that you believe. So simply defined, courage is an untiring and undefeated attitude born out of determination. It is basically an issue of the heart. It really is. Courage is not subject to the environment, neither does it cower to public opinion. So in other words, courage is not subject to the environment. That means that no matter what my environment looks like around me, I do not have to be subjected to that environment. Neither does it cower to public opinion, which means no matter what someone else says, I do not have to cower to your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion of myself is my opinion. I do not have to live my life according to the opinion that you have of me. I live my life according to the opinion that I have of myself. So courage is the ability also to retain your knowledge even when circumstances pressure you to change. In other words, I'm going to keep what I am believing for. I am going to keep to it. I'm going to keep to my confession. I'm going to keep to my word, and I am not changing my mind. I am not changing my mind. So when you possess courage, nothing will be able to intimidate you. A woman or man of courage never requires outside support nor inspiration to keep going. He is naturally motivated. And that's another thing you got to realize too. Nobody really can motivate you. I mean, they can say some things to you to kind of get you stirred a little bit, but you really have to motivate yourself because they are not going to be around you every day to motivate you. They're not going to be your cheerleader, cheerleading you on the walk of life every single day, every waking hour of your day. So you've got to have the motivation for yourself. You cannot live off of the motivation of someone else that they have for you. Many times people will say, "Oh, I just see you doing this. Oh, you can do that. I believe that you can do that." Wonderful. Great. I'm glad you see it in me. Beautiful. But I've got to see it in myself. Nor regardless how much you see it in me, if I don't see it in myself, it is not going to happen and it's not going to come to pass. So, every move into a higher phase of life involves sacrifice, which is also a risk born out of courage. Courage is a force. It compels the ground to open up to you. Only people of courage are sensitive to their opportunities. That's real. We've had some real talk today. We've been talking about courage, resilience. It's been totally amazing. I want you to go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to this again, over and over and over again, until it gets into your heart. Listen to it over and over again. But guess what? We ain't done yet. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys on tomorrow as we pick back up our subject on the word resilience. Bye-bye.